Here we have some Airfix 132 scale Multipose World War II U.S. Infantry figures. These have been around for a long time, and they've repackaged them, and this time you get some paint, polystyrene cement, and 2 brushes. And this is what the back looks like. You can see the poses here. So that's what they look like. With the multi-pose you get the option of varying the poses a little. So what's in here? This is the sprue. I'm going to cut that open and have a look. So here we can see a variety of pieces, mainly the legs, the torsos, arms are on the next one. You can see them. There's 2 of each weapon, which is cool. Here you got the M3 grease gun, some helmets. There's even a cap that you could use on a lieutenant. On this one you got stands, you've got 2 carbines, and you've got 2 bars and 2 garans, bazooka, and you got all the other stuff like the backpacks and the bayonets and the entrenching tools. So yeah, it's a nice touch. So now all I got to do is paint them up and then put them together. Okay, so I'm going to start off by painting the figures on the sprue. First I'm going to need to mix the paint. These pots are a little bit finicky compared to the normal size. But, just give it a little stir to make sure it's all consistent, and you're ready to go. We got 6 heads, and just going to paint them in. Try and get the paint onto the faces liberally, and then you can brush it down after so it doesn't block out any of the eyes and stuff. Okay, so next we're going to do the hands. It's okay if some gets on the tunic. We'll be painting this drab olive eventually. Next I'm going to paint the uniform, the legs and torsos. First you got to remove any excess plastic before you start. I can use a pretty broad brush for this to get the first coat on. I usually do the uniform twice after the first coat dries. Like this. It's okay if it goes on the boots because you'll be painting them last. So we get that done. It's a lot easier to paint on the sprue than it is doing the figures on their own. It's just a bit different. The sprue helps keep them stable as you're painting. Slash it on because we're going to be doing this again. So when you get the first coat done, leave it dry and then go and have something to eat while it's drying. It's dinner time. The paint that comes with these is acrylic. I noticed that it's kind of backing off. It's kind of not as good as the enamel. If it keeps patching itself back like that, I'll probably go and use the enamel. Enamel paint is far better for figures. I just only copped it there a few minutes ago when it said acrylic. Okay, so we got the uniforms, the legs and the torsos. Now we just have to do the arm sleeves, and then we leave them dry and come back and do them again. Next I'm gonna paint the helmets, and I noticed that the helmets, these two that I'm painting, are steel, and there's no webbing or cover on them. And these ones actually have a cloth cover, canvas. You can make them slightly different because that would be kind of a bit worn looking. There's also a cap which I'm going to use for a bit of variety, so that 5 of the men will have steel helmets, and the lieutenant will have the cap. Okay, so I decided that the acrylic paint isn't that good. If you scratch it, it comes off really easy, so that's useless. So I'm going to use an enamel equivalent, and this is a 116. This is going to be the olive for the uniform. The acrylic is probably a safe alternative. Probably non-toxic and stuff, I'm not sure. I don't know much about it, but it's useless. You need enamel when you're doing figures if you want them to look good. So just throw enamel over this, like that. Should be okay. From now on I'm just going to use enamel paints. I'm not using the acrylics that came with this kit because they're absolutely useless. And I'm going to just do webbing and backpacks and anything that's this lighter colour. Okay, so now we got the entrenching tools done, and then we got the canteens and the ammo belts. Okay, like I said, 2 of these helmets have got a canvas cover, so I'm going to lighten them off slightly so they're not like the steel helmets. I do the same with the caps. So that would be a fabric. Grease gun is going to be black, and then we'll put a little bit of silver on it to look like wear on the gunmetal. Bayonets are black as well. And so are the grenades. We'll put a little bit of silver on them to shine them up a bit. And the bazooka rockets would be dark green. Okay, so it's time to do boots, and normally boots would be brown, but I like to over exaggerate them a little, and I usually go for an oxblood colour. Just looks better, I don't know. I prefer the oxblood. Okay, so that's the boots all finished, and I'm almost done, except I have to do the webbing on the torsos, and I also have to put in the black gunmetal on the rifles and the bar. Okay, so the stands, legs and torsos are joined together, and what I got to do now is put the ammo belts on before I put the arms on. than the heads. Okay, so here they are assembled, and next I need to flock up the bases and then put on the decals, and they should be good to go. Okay, so almost done, except need to flock up the bases, and this is done by putting some glue on the base, and it's just normal wood glue, and it's very simple, very easy way to do it. Everything sticks to this, so you put it on like that. A nice even amount. Then we just dip them in the flock box like this. Put it over and back a few times. Tap it. Tap. And that's it. There you have a nice grassy base. So that's the mixture of grass and the wood chip, and his two bazooka rockets are on the ground next to him. Okay, this guy gets some flock grass and a tiny little bit of bush. That's it, they're finished. The decals aren't actually on them yet, but I'm going to leave them dry up completely before I do any of that. Now, let's just take some photographs.